Hi, it's Aaron here. Today I'm going to be talking about my experiences as an inpatient stay in various different hospitals over the last 15, 16 years. I'll start by my experience when I was 16. I was taken out of college, sixth form college, when I was 16, and admitted into the adolescent unit in Fulbourn Hospital in Cambridge. This was primarily as a day patient. I did that for a few months. And unfortunately, I did something really stupid. I took an overdose and ended up into Adam Brooks Hospital in Cambridge. I was hallucinating and all kinds of things, really bad. Drinking invisible cups of tea, seeing people over the other side of A&E in the wards that weren't there. And because I was only a minor, I didn't have a say on what happened next. And it was decided for me that I would be admitted into the Priory North London private hospital in North London. So I went there for about 6 weeks. I was put on one-to-one observations for 3 weeks, which basically meant that I was followed everywhere. I was watched sleeping, eating, drinking, going to the toilet, showering, just constantly being watched by nurses. I remember also I used to sit in the living room in the evening and brush this girl's hair. Really, really, really random stuff. But yeah, I was really, really poorly, really depressed. Probably at my lowest at that point. So yeah, after about 6 weeks, I was admitted back into the adolescent unit as an inpatient in Fulbourn in Cambridge. I was there for a couple of months, and yeah, that was my experience as an inpatient when I was 16. And then I was generally quite well for about 5-6 years until I went into my early to mid 20s. And I had about 12 admissions into the adult units in Fulbourn Hospital from the age of about 22 to 28, something like that. Lots of different experiences in there. Really, it wasn't nice. It's not a nice place to be at all. I wrote most of my poetry when I was in the inpatient units in Fulbourn when I was an adult. Some of which I've shared with you already. But yeah, I mainly just wrote poetry and did random drawings and stuff when I was in there. Tried to keep to myself. But yeah, it wasn't nice. One of the times I was really, really poorly, and the nurses found me attempting to hang myself. That was really dark days. But yeah, they found me in the bathroom. Yeah, so that was some of my experiences as an inpatient in the adult sector. Yeah, so I moved to York a fair few years ago now. And I've been admitted into Foss Park, the adult units in York, a couple of times. Not good experiences. The last time I was in there, I managed about 2 hours before I discharged myself. I was getting death threats and this other patients trying to kick my door in and threatening to kill me and hurt me and stuff. So I discharged myself after a couple of hours. Yeah, it's not nice. It's not a nice place to be in any inpatient ward and mental health wards. They're horrible places. You get really ill people, really, really ill people. And I was ill myself, obviously, as well, but not nice experiences in there. It's generally not a nice place to be. But yeah, all in all, since I was 16, I probably had about 15, 16 admissions over the last 20 years. Um, yeah, that's about it really. That's a brief overview of my inpatient experiences. Yeah, so I'll probably go into more details in the future. Um, but yeah, I mean, I was very creative when I was poorly, especially when I was um, psychotic. A lot of it was psychotic depression. Um, I was very creative during that time. Like, I was drawing, writing, um, playing music, doing music. Um, yeah, I used to sit and play the piano for hours on end. I never played the piano before, but I just randomly started playing it and made it work. Um, yeah, there were times when I was in the inpatient units in Fulbourne where I was um, got a guitar together and just like play guitar with other people in there. Um, some of it was actually all right. It wasn't all bad, but generally speaking, it's still not a nice place to be. But yeah, another time I ended up in A&E in Addenbrooke's when I was in Cambridge still, after I took an overdose of lithium. Ended up in A&E, and I don't remember much, but I know I was transferred to intensive care unit and put on dialysis because I'd fucked up my kidneys and stuff from the overdose of lithium. And funnily enough, once I recovered from that, before I got discharged, I was seen by the mental health team, and they didn't really see any need for me to go into hospital or anything. I think I just bounced back. I just remember when I got home afterwards, I did a paper round straight away. Still recovering. I just thought I'd just get on with it. But yeah, I was put on dialysis and stayed in the intensive care unit for a bit. But yeah, that's a brief overview. If anybody has any questions or wants to know more, just comment on the post. I'm more than open about it. I'd like to answer questions if anybody has any questions. Yeah, that's a brief overview. So I hope you find it useful. And I'll be back soon. See you later.